Sterling. The Beavers led 37-32 at halftime, led by as many as 10 in the third quarter. Then Sterling made their run. They took their first lead of the fourth quarter, and then Scott City did force overtime with a pair of Jackson Rumford free throws with 1 second to go to tie it at 57. And Sterling would outscore Scott City 9-4 in the extra 4 minutes for the final of 66-61. Final game stats here tonight. They do have it wrong in the official stat sheet, but Jackson Rumford ended up with 26 points. They somehow got some numbers mixed with him and Lawson Bailey. Rumford with 26, 13 for Lawson Bailey, 14 for Dylan Metzger, 5 for Alex Tarango, and 3 for Avery Knoll. The Beavers at the line tonight were 9 of 12. They hit 8 threes. Both teams hit 8 threes, but Sterling warmed up significantly after halftime. Scott City was 22 of 50 from the floor for 44%, 19 rebounds, 12 fouls, 10 assists, 3 turnovers. I think they had more than that. They had 5 turnovers, 7 steals in the game. For Sterling, they were led tonight by Boston Eckert, the freshman, 16, Colby Beagley, 14, 10 for Gabe Riffle. Beagley hit all of his points in the second half, including 4 threes, 9 for Isaac Breyer, and also 4 for Carson Gray, 7 for Blake Smith, and 6 for Zane Farney. The Bears were 27 of 50 from the floor for 54%. 4 of 4 at the line, 8 of 21 on threes, 26 rebounds, 11 fouls, 14 assists, 12 turnovers, and 2 steals. We need to take a 30-second break, and we'll come back and we will get a pregame interview with head coach Amy Felker. We'll do that after this 30-second break. This is Beaver Basketball.
In the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides over 250 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealership in Scott City.
With over 10 years of experience, Jamie at JW Enterprise can repair your windshield quickly.
We're back here in Sterling here, so we talk with Coach Brian Gentry, wrapping up the boys' game here, and a tough loss for the Beavers. But Coach, I tell you what, your team fought hard here against a very good team, and just couldn't quite pull it out there in the extra session.
No, they showed a lot. They showed a lot of character. After yesterday's game, how does a team respond, to a little bit of adversity from yesterday? And I thought our guys did a really good job. I mean, I thought we played much better. Thought we played in a rhythm. I thought we were unselfish. I mean, all the things. So I thought they showed a lot of character tonight for sure.
Did you feel like a little bit when you guys got up 10 that you maybe got away from what got you that big lead?
Well, I think we took a couple of gambles defensively, and that cost us. They got hot from 3, and we were not very close to their shooters. There were a few times we just weren't recognizing where number 10 was in that third quarter. But we got the lead built on defense and getting stops and running. Yeah. Now, as they start putting the ball through the basket, that's those things tend to happen. But yeah, we got a little bit stuck on offense, but I don't know. It was just one of those things. They got hot, and we couldn't seem to buy a basket there for a little while. The ball stuck a little bit more than it did in that first half. But I don't think we settled for anything too bad. But the defensive side of it was definitely frustrating in the second half. Letting their guys just step into wide open threes because we were trying to overhelp on the post. And I thought Jackson did a great job down there by himself anyway. So just some, a couple of things that we could have fixed. Maybe has a different outcome, but we knocked down a couple of shots in that third and fourth quarter. It's a different outcome anyway. But tough game, but I'm very proud of our guys.
And that kind of goes back. I think the way that Sterling plays, they'd like to put the ball in the paint there and score and get high percentage shots. And I think you can probably live with them taking those threes because they haven't shown that they can be a good three-point shooting team.
No, they haven't really. But I mean, we do know that there's a couple of guys out there that are very capable of shooting it well, and we let them get loose, and you knock down 1 or 2, and all of a sudden the confidence starts to soar for everybody, and they did that. But we tried to mix it up and ran a little bit of zone with them, and then got into our man and kind of back and forth we went throughout the game. And a couple of things that they do that a lot of teams don't, which is icing ball screens. So we did make the adjustment, which is what leads to Jackson shooting the 3-pointers that he got tonight. But we kind of forgot about it as the game went on, and we couldn't get back to it. But, we had a play drawn up, after they went up 3, came down, but we didn't get the handoff. I think we bobbled it or something. So, but, those things happen, and just extremely proud of our guys for the character that they showed today.
Oh, this is a good game and a good tournament game, just unfortunate, but had big games from Jackson, Lawson, and Dillon, but I thought some other players really stepped up and created some issues. Alex Tringo played a whale of a game on defense out high against whoever Sterling had up top.
Yeah, he did, and that's what he gives to our team is his defensive ability, his tenacity. He's able to get after people. Number one, though, the kid that comes off the bench is very good getting downhill with the ball, and they kind of run him off a little bit of he'll screen down and pop right back out. So if you give yourself a long closeout, he's dangerous to stop. And unfortunately, he got them going in that fourth quarter, and we couldn't keep him out of the paint. And he made some plays, so he did a very good job. But like I said, Alex is a defensive guy that we love having out there because he creates all sorts of madness. But yeah, a tough one to swallow. You really wanted to walk out of here with that, considering, because we played I thought we played really well. I thought we played hard. I thought we made really good decisions for the most part. I don't think we were turning the ball over too much, and so a lot of things that we did well, and unfortunately we just couldn't get out of here with the win.
Well, turn around to Tuesday doesn't get any easier there, weather permitting, I should say.
Yeah, right.
With Hugoton coming to town.
Yeah, the fun continues, Adam.
Yes.
That's what's fun about this. I enjoy these. Some people look at our schedule and you go 3 straight games with 3 state-ranked teams, and all of a sudden you're going, oh my goodness. But those games make us better. And even yesterday's game, in a short turnaround, it made us better because we learned about what it's like to play in transition and how to move the ball, get it out of your hand, open in a head mentality. So a lot of things that our guys are still eager to learn and get after it, and they take little things from each game. So as long as they're willing to do that, I can't ask for nothing more.
Good weekend for you guys, even though it was a tough stretch there. But thanks again, Coach. We'll see you next week.
All right, thanks, Adam.
All right, once again, Coach Brian Gentry wrapping things up there for the boys portion of our broadcast. Beavers falling overtime 66-61. We'll go right immediately into the Amy Felker interviews. We're short pressed for time here in a pregame, and here we go with this pregame interview.
Here in the pregame, and Coach, thanks for joining me here this evening. Well, you got your 2 wins so far in the tournament, got a winning week here, and congratulations on making a tournament championship. That's always exciting and always big here, but you were able to pull away in that fourth quarter yesterday against a pretty good Lions team, 50-38, and you take a look at yesterday. How do you kind of break down that matchup and that victory against Lions?
Our defense really was pretty spot on. We knew we wanted to stop their number 10, and we played some good defense on her. We knew where she was at, and everybody else contributed and got some easy defensive stops. And so, we just worked together, and it was just pretty fluid on defense, and then that led us into our offense.
And you had 2 big games again, double doubles for each one, Brooke and Erica. And Erica provided a huge spark that really separated you guys from Lions in that fourth quarter with 11 in a row. And it's weird. She didn't even go to the free throw line yesterday, and she made up for it though by hitting 6 threes.
She's just been really confident this week. She really wants to win, and she has that drive. And last night her shots were on, and they were leaving her open, and they weren't coming and getting her, and the girls were doing a great job feeding her, and I'm glad that she stepped up and knocked some big shots down for us.
Well, you also look at some of the other players that really contributed pretty well, and Cheyenne I thought she had a big game again. She had 4 points, but she did a lot of little things, and Brinley's taking more shots, and I think that's going to continue to open up some things here down the stretch.
When people have the confidence to step up and shoot, it takes the pressure off of other people because they know they have to start guarding them and that kind of stuff. And people did the little things right. They when Erica had a hot hand, they made sure they got them the ball. Burke had 7 assists. You wouldn't expect your big girl to have that. She was dishing to like Cheyenne and the big girls on the inside, and then when that was covered, she kicked it out to Erica for the 3. So everybody stepped up and did their job, and that's what made it all click there.
When Once again, Coach Amy Felker here pregame as Scott City faces Hugoton here, and maybe a little surprise to many here, but I think this is a Hugoton team that's playing really good right now, and it always helps with Mike and coming back, but they played Goodland within 8 the other night last week, and they're in the championship, beating Southeast of Saline by 11 yesterday. Take a look at Hugoton, and they're a much different team from 2 weeks ago.
You know, they are a much different team. Hamlin having her back just gives them a little bit more confidence. They got one more shooter out there. In every game she plays, she gets a little more confidence. She moves a little bit better. So we just got to respect that and be ready to stop all three of their big guns and not let anybody else get hot. But we're a different team too. We've got our whole team back, and we're ready to go. I've really seen these girls gel a lot, and that chemistry is starting to form a lot better on the court. So I expect this to be a good, hard-fought game all the way to the end.
I mean, what does it say about the league? 2 teams guaranteeing the championship. We may see 3 others, and they're mid-season tournament champions, and that's probably you didn't want to play Hugoton because you have them on Tuesday, but I think it's pretty cool how the league is, and you get the teams playing some good ball.
It shows a lot for our Western Kansas League. We have to compete against each other every day, but yeah, when we come to Eastern Kansas, we can really still hold our own and represent the GWAC really well. And so, it's exciting to play Hugoton. It's not the team we wanted to play because, we have to play them again real fast, but it'll be a fun game.
And once again, Coach Amy Felker joins us here pregame. Scott City faces Hugoton in the Sterling Invitational Championship. Coach, thanks for the time, and good luck to you guys.
Thanks, Adam.
That was Scott.
And once again, that was Coach Amy Felker. We will take a timeout. We'll come back with the starters and the keys of the game and the tip-off. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
And the tip-off.
With over 10 years of experience, Jamie at JW Enterprise can repair your windshield quickly and conveniently. Even if you don't have time to make it to the shop, Jamie can fix your windshield from your home, or he can come get your vehicle for you. JW Enterprise is insured and Safe Flight certified. He might be operating under a different name, but Jamie still provides the same quality of service. Let Jamie at JW Enterprise fix that chip in your windshield now. Find JW Enterprise on Facebook or give him a call at 785-260-7773.
How would you describe your career?
Rewarding. It's more than just a job.
Great vacation, great sick pay.
Great opportunities to move forward. Good work environment, good people. Always something new, always something different.
Every day you learn something new.
Their commitment to education is second to none.
They pay for my school.
I love it because we're all one big happy family.
Family.
Family. It's like a family.
Grow your career with American Implement and John Deere.
Women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinic's skilled physicians and nurses will help your family prepare for the birth of your baby. The private, comfortable, secure rooms for labor, delivery, and postpartum care include jacuzzi tubs for pain management during labor. Call Scott City Clinic to set an appointment today. We put our heart in healthcare.
Back after this break.
If something happened and you weren't here tomorrow, would your family be provided for? Life insurance is just the right thing to do, the way to be prepared. Stop by or give us a call at Michael Trout State Farm. We can work with you to find the best life insurance plan to fit your needs or to make sure you have enough. This isn't something to put off another day. On the field of life, be prepared. Michael Trout State Farm, Scott City.
Good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Starting lineups here tonight, presented by Security State Bank in Scott City and Leota. As for free bill pay and online banking, safe, secure, and easy to use, member FDIC. For the Hugoton Eagles, coached by Emmanuel Agan in his 6th season, assisted by Jeff Ramsey, Ray Kennedy. It'll be Emily Tinoco, a 5'6" freshman, and she averages 1.2 points a game. Also, Jillian Salazar, the 5'6" senior. She averages 3 points and 1 board a contest. Also, it'll be Gianna Voss, the 5'9" senior, 14 points, 5 rebounds. rebounds for the signee of Florida Southern. Samaya Adigan, the Northwest Oklahoma State Lady Ranger signee, the 5'8 senior, averages 12 points and 9 boards. She had a double-double on Tuesday. And then Micah Hamlin, her second start of the year. And the Wyoming signee, the 5'8 senior, had 13 points on Thursday in their victory over Southeast Saline. They beat Southeast Saline, state-ranked team in 4A 50-39, and Smoky Valley 56-46 to get to this championship game. For Scott City, coached by Amy Felker in her third season, assisted by Aaron Myers. Brentley Stevens, the 5'6 junior, averaging 1 point a game. Kendall Gentry, the 5'3 sophomore, right around 5 points and 3 rebounds a game. Brooke Strine, who had 11-11, 7 assists and 5 blocks. She almost had the quadruple-double yesterday. She averages 16 points and 8.6 boards a game. Erica Felker, a double-double for her yesterday, 26 points and 12 rebounds, 14.5 points, 3.7 boards a game. And Cheyenne Kramer, the 5'9 junior, averaging 3.1 points, 3.3 rebounds. Felker has 53 points through the first 2 games. Keys today for Scott City, I think the big key is continue to pound it into Strine. Second key is I think you got to rotate even better on defense here tonight. Scott City will be the home team on the scoreboard. They're the highest seed, the higher seed, I should say. They are the number 3 seed. They will wear the white uniforms with the dark blue numbers and letters of white blue trim. Hugoton will wear their road blue uniforms with the white numbers of red trim. Brooke Strine, Samaya Adigan set the tip center, and Scott City wins the tap, and we're underway in this Sterling Tournament Championship game. Erica Felker to run the point, and Hugoton extends her 2-3 zone out high. Gentry back up top to Felker. 2 weeks ago, this is a 45-42 Scott City victory. Brinley Stevens did not play in that. Either did Cheyenne Kramer. Mike and Hamlin, that was her last game on the bench for Hugoton. Left side to Erica Felker. And backside to Cheyenne Kramer. Catches it. Bank shot. Yes, for 2. Good assist that time. 2-0. Scott City leads it here 30 seconds into the game. Hugoton with their first crack at it. In that first meeting, Hugoton jumped out early to 6-0. Now Adigan will go in. Split the defenders. Block the shot. Now out high to Hamlin off a deflection, and a 3 is good. Mike and Hamlin puts Hugoton on the board 3-2 with 7:13 to go first quarter. Already an early lead change here in the first minute for these two GWAC schools. Brooke Strine with it will drive left side, gets it poked away a bit right in the hands of Stevens. Back to Strine as they immediately collapse on her. Now to Felker. 6:58 to go third quarter. She gets stripped up. Turnover number 1 on Scott City. Hugoton in transition. Hamlin to Voss. Layup good. 5-2, 6:49 to go first quarter, and you can already see it from 2 weeks ago what an immediate difference it shows having Hamlin on the floor. Felker within the backcourt, 6:35 to go, lead pass to Brinley Stevens through her hands, and back-to-back Scott City turnovers. Here, Avery Lewis checks in to the scorer's table. She'll check in next. Dead ball. Salazar for 3, short, off to the right. She had a career high, by the way, on Tuesday. 16 points. Here's Felker back the other way. In transition to Kendall Gentry. And now ball loose, and Scott City with 3 straight turnovers. In transition, here is Voss. Goes up and is fouled by Felker. Voss will get 2 free throws. 6:11 to go first quarter, 5-2 for Hugoton. The foul on Felker, her first. That's the ball game's first foul. As I mentioned, Avery Lewis to check in after this Voss free throw. She had just 3 points yesterday against Southeast Saline. The Lady Eagles led that one pretty much wire to wire, 6-2. As Voss hits the first of 2 free throws, and out will be Stevens, and in is Avery Lewis. Lewis 2 points yesterday, but she had a big game against Hugoton in the first game 2 weeks ago in Hugoton. Second free throw, and it's a 7-0 Eagle run. She has 4, Hamlin has the other 3, and they continue their full court pressure. 7-2, we're not even 2 minutes in. Needing help, and Strine now lead pass. Here's Gentry down the floor. She'll drive in. Boy, a lot of contact by Salazar. No foul called, and the rebound goes to Hugoton in transition. They're letting him play for the most part. Now here's a Hamlin stop, pop 3, in and out, rebound. Brooke Strine, skies high for the board. And that's their second miss. Hugoton 2 of 4 from the floor. Scott City, though, with 3 turnovers out of the last 4 possessions to make it 4 to the last 5. As with 5:39 to go first quarter, Scott City having a hard time handling the Hugoton pressure as the Eagles with a 7-2 lead in the ball back. As it'll be Julian Salazar. As I mentioned on Tuesday against Smoky Valley, she had a career high 16 points. She hit 4 threes in that one. Salazar gets a strip by Gentry. First Hugoton turnover. Here comes Gentry racing right to left here with 5:20 to go first quarter. 7-2 for Hugoton. Now trapped out high. Finds Erica Felker. Felker 53 points in 2 games in this tournament. Here's Avery Lewis, right baseline jumper, no. And follow-up, no for Strine. Kicked out high. Lewis races to it first for Scott City to save the possession. Here's Felker for 3. Yes! She was 6 of 10 from downtown yesterday, and she has her 22nd triple of the year with 4:55 to go first quarter. Breaks the Hugoton 7-0 run and pulls the Beavers to within 7-5. Salazar now left side to Mike and Hamlin, guarded by Felker. And Scott City switches up now. Voss flips it left corner to Salazar. She'll drive in. Pivot, now back to Voss. Voss will take it all the way to the rock here, runner no. And the rebound to Cheyenne Kramer, grabs her second board for Scott City. 7-5, 4.5 to go first quarter. Here's Scott City in transition with it. Gentry throws it up top to Felker, into Strine, catches it, goes to her left, shoots it over Adigan, partially blocked. Rebound in the hands of Avery Lewis. Scott City with another crack at it. And now Kendall Gentry will fire up a rainbow deep 2 and hits the bottom of the barrel to tie it at 7 with 4:12 to go first quarter. 7 on the scoreboard for both teams. Midway first quarter, and a much needed answer back for the confidence for the Lady Beavers here. 4 minutes to go first quarter. 5-0 Scott City run. Hamlin goes left to Emily Tinoco, who's started the last couple of games for the Eagles. Here's Voss from deep range, a 3-2 strong. Cheyenne Kramer tracks down the board in the corner. Now she's trapped but finds Brooke Strine. Kramer already a couple rebounds here in this first quarter. The Lady Beavers looking to retake the lead here as Felker was trapped at the half court. Now up top to Avery Lewis. Couple of dribbles. Now needs to avoid the 5 count. Lobs it over the top to Gentry. Strine goes left side. Felker for another 3. Oh my goodness, she hit it! She has 2 threes, and it's 10-7 Scott City on an 8-0 run with 3:22 to go first quarter. That one was a high arching 3-pointer, and the Beavers back up by 3. Up top, here's Mike and Hamlin, a straightaway 3 for the tie. It's nothing but net. 2 ties in this game, 10-10, 3:08 to go first quarter. A 30-second timeout taken by Coach Emmanuel Adigan in Hugoton with 3:08 to go first quarter. A good start here in this girls' championship game. 10-10 is your score. Basketball presented here by JF Beaver Advertising, J&R Trucking, J&R Car and Truck, HRC Feed Yard, Amy Farms High Choice Feeders, Harris Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Great Western Tire, Fro Electric, Fro Ag Service, Fro Heating and Cooling, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Neil Baker. So 6 for Felker. Gentry and Kramer each with a basket. 6 for Mike and Hamlin, and 4 for Gianna Voss for Hugoton. As we are tied at 10 here with 3 minutes, 8 seconds remaining here in period number 1. So that 3 by Mike and Hamlin straight away into the 8-0 Scott City run. Both teams have hit 2 threes in this first quarter out of the 30-second Hugoton timeout. Scott City with the ball. Right side, Gentry will launch a quick 3. That one's short, barely draws iron, but Felker underneath for the board. She has 8. 12-10, 2:55 to go first quarter. And Scott City back up by 2. They have owned the glass here in this first quarter. They owned it big time in the first inning. Here's Adigan looking for her first points. Drives in, splits the defenders, and draws the fouls. Mackenzie Metzger's in the game for the first time. I believe she's going to be the guilty party as Adigan hit the deck hard. And she's going to be all right, I think. She'll have 2 free throws here with 2:43 to go first quarter. The foul, once again, on Mackenzie Metzger, her first. Second Scott City foul. Hugoton yet to commit a foul, but Adigan to the line, averages 13 points a game. She had 19 and 9 yesterday and 15 and 10 on Tuesday. Points and rebounds. 12-11 with 2:43 to go first quarter as she sinks the first to 2. She's the 3rd Lady Eagle to score. Second free throw for the tie. That one in and out, but Voss with a rebound for Hugoton, and they'll have another crack at it. 12-11, Scott City with a 1-point lead. Eagle ball. Salazar with it up top, guarded by Metzger. Goes left to Gianna Voss. Guarded now by Metzger as they switch up the defense out high. Ball deflected, but picked up by Jillian Salazar, left corner. She'll pull it out high, and Hugoton resets. 12-11, Scott City 1-point lead. Eagle basketball, 2:20 to go first quarter. Left side to Tinoco. Up top to Salazar. Back to Tinoco. She's starting to gain a little confidence out high. She had 10 points yesterday against Southeast of Slane. Now into Ella Beasley in for the first time. Ball fake. Here is Samaya Adigan jumps in. Now Salazar from three. It crawls off, and the rebound to Avery Lewis for Scott City. Hugoton worked the ball around really well there, but could not get the shot to drop in. So we're down to minute 55. Working out Metzger. Works out of a double team. Felker for a hat trick of threes in the corner. Yes! She has 11, and it's 15-11. 1:46 to go first quarter. She has 3 threes. She is 4 of 4 from the floor in the first quarter. She continues her hot shooting in this tournament. Samaya Adigan goes right. Now back up top with it is Tinoco. Hands it off to Salazar. She'll drive right side. Cut off. Now to Samaya Adigan looking to drive in. Bounce pass right block to Beasley. Goes in. Bodies in. Too strong on the shot. Adigan to the rebound. Shot blocked by Strine. But Adigan gets another crack at it. Pivots. Shot up and a foul on Strine. As Adigan battled and battled and battled. And Scott City unable to grab the board that time. And 2 free throws coming up here for Adigan, the 5'8 senior. She's 1 of 2 at the line. 15-11 Scott City, 1:16 here in the opening frame. Free throw number 1 is good, 15-12. Brindley Stevens in for Scott City to replace Kendall Gentry. Out is Emily Tinoco for Hugoton. Back in is Mike and Hamlin. 3-point Beaver advantage. 76 first quarter seconds remain. Free throw number 2 is good. Adigan 3 of 4 at the line. Hugoton 5 of 6 already, and they're back to within 2. Hugoton is yet to commit a foul. Scott City has committed 3. It's 15-13. Felker with it. Minute 10 to go first quarter. She will look to take it across. She does so with a pass, but retrieved that time by Mackenzie Metzger. Bounce pass to Felker. Now to Avery Lewis. Goes right side. Right side, Brindley Stevens from 17. That is too strong. Rebound tipped out high, and it's Mackenzie Metzger who tracks it down. Ball deflected out of bounds by Adigan. It's still going to stay Scott City's ball with 50 seconds to go first quarter. That's also big. Scott City, good to see Stevens take some of those shots. That'll take a little pressure off of some of the others, especially if she can hit those. 50 seconds to work here in the first quarter. Hugoton in a 2-3 zone. Beavers up by 2, 15-13. Stevens with it up top, goes to Mackenzie Metzger. Metzger holds it, now puts it on the floor, goes right side. Here's Stevens flashing the foul line, driving right side. Avery Lewis hangs, bank shot, no. Rebound, Strine crashes it, follows up, no, but she's fouled. Good job by Strine catching the rebound off the miss, and a good look from Lewis. And 2 free throws with 29 seconds to go first quarter. The first foul on Samaya Adigan and Hugoton's first foul. Strine 2 free throws coming into the weekend, 72% on the year. Free throw number 1 bounces around and drops home. 16-13. Scott City was just 6 of 7 at the line yesterday. As out is Julian Salazar, Emily Tinoco back in for Hugoton. They'll go mainly a 6-player rotation. Strine too strong in the second. The rebound into the hands of Mike and Hamlin. 16-13 Beaver lead is at 3. 24 seconds splitting, driving in, stuffed that time on the Adigan layup, and the rebound to Brindley Stevens for Scott City. They have owned the glass here in this first. 15 seconds remaining in the opening period. Felker left side, almost dash. She did walk with it. Turnover number 5. She wanted to pass it left side to Strine, but then couldn't hold the momentum. Miss Cheyenne Kramer checks in, and she'll check in for Strine. Give her a little bit of a breather with 11 seconds and plus the end of the first quarter. 16-13 Scott City lead here. A good first quarter here in this girls championship game here at the Sterling Invitational. It's all GWAC here. Hamlin goes left side, back to Hamlin. With 1 second, she'll fire a deep 3 for the tie. It clinks off, and that's the end of your first quarter. 8 minutes in the books in this girls Sterling Invitational championship game. Scott City 16 and Hugoton 13. Back in a minute for the second quarter. This is Scott City basketball.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides over 250 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealership in Scott City.
Just 3 of 11 from the floor in that first quarter. Scott City 6 of 11. But the Eagles stayed in this game primarily because, well, they were 5 of 6 at the line. Scott City just 1 of 2. Second frame underway. Hugoton with the ball. Michael Hamlin was 6. 4 for Voss and 3 for Adigan. Adigan with it left side to Salazar. Scott City with their starting 5 back on the floor with Brinley Stevens, Kendall Gentry, also Brooke Strine, Erica Felker, and Cheyenne Kramer. Foul out high on Scott City. That'll be on Brinley Stevens, her first, team's 4th. Hugoton's just been whistled for 1 foul. It's the first time that Hugoton will not be shooting free throws on a Scott City foul in this game. 7:40 to go first half. Hamlin with 2 threes and 6 points now to Samaya Adigan driving in. Kicks it to Hamlin, the 3 for the tie. Right side is off to the left. Strine couldn't handle the rebound. It's still loose underneath, and Cheyenne Kramer is going to tie it up, and it'll be Scott City's ball on the possession arrow. They have out-rebounded Hugoton now 13-6 here in the game. Lady Beavers are led by Erica Felker with 11, and then you had Kendall Gentry, Cheyenne Kramer each with a 2-point basket, and Brooke Strine with a free throw. Full court pressure for Hugoton. Inbound into Erica Felker. She'll have the dribble and double team to the backcourt. Now to Brinley Stevens to Strine. Now to Felker. Cuts down the middle. Bounce pass to Kendall Gentry, who launches a 3. Too strong. Rebound. Brinley Stevens backside for Scott City. And the Ladies Beavers will reset. Here's Felker. Pulls up the foul line. Jumper off to left. Saved into play, but they were well out of bounds. It'll belong to Hugoton. Good effort, though, nonetheless. 16-13. We're still scoreless. 48 seconds into this second quarter play here in the Sterling Invitational Championship. Right side to Mike and Hamlin. Up top to Julian Salazar, back to Hamlin. Nice quick pass into Samaya Adigan to the foul line. Almost lost the dribble. Goes rough. Bounce pass backside to Tinoco. Kisses it off the glass for a first basket. 16-15 with 6:55 to go first half. And Hugoton to within a point. As they apply full court pressure, Kendall Gentry pivots now to Brooke Strine. And now to Felker, who will walk it across the 10-second line. Needs to get it across to avoid the 10 count. And ball deflected. And have a kick ball, they'll say, on Hugoton. And that'll allow 2 Lady Beavers to check in. Mackenzie Metzger, Avery Lewis, and Cheyenne Kramer, Brinley Stevens exit. Scott City lead at 1. 6:41 to go first half. 16-15 your score. Inbound into Felker in the backcourt as Hugoton goes man-to-man. And now to Avery Lewis. Lewis pivots, needs help. Finds up top to Erica Felker, who puts it on the floor now. 6.5 to go second quarter. Upside to Mackenzie Metzger. Metzger holds it. Now we'll get it to Avery Lewis toward the left elbow. Pivots at the foul line. Goes right side. Ball deflected. Trying to get it to Erica Felker. It was knocked out by Gianna Voss. It'll still stay Scott City's ball with 6:22 to go first half. Lady Beavers have not had a field goal in the last 3 minutes. Hugoton down 1 to Scott City, 16-15. Trying to lob it in, does so to Avery Lewis. Catches it, pivots to her left. Now holds it, trying to avoid the 5 count. Go behind her to Kendall Gentry. Out high to Erica Felker. Felker with the dribble. Now tried to do a wraparound and ball deflected. It's loose on the floor, and Hugoton with the steal, and Scott City 6 turnover. Hugoton just 1 turnover here, and the Lady Eagles can retake the lead here. Voss will launch a deep 3 left side, short. It was on target, but Samaya Adigan with a long rebound, and Hugoton with another crack at it 2 minutes into the second quarter. Adigan now back up top to Julian Salazar. Sometimes those long shots result in long rebounds, and that time it fell right into Adigan's arms. 16-15, Scott City lead at 1. Hugoton ball, foul line to Adigan through her hands, but she has time to retrieve it. Now crosser group drives in the paint, floats one over the top of Strine, can't get it to go, and then last touch by Hugoton on the rebound attempt to belong to Scott City with 5.5 to go first half, actually 5:35 to be exact. 16-15. Lady Beavers hanging on to a 1-point lead as they do get it in. Erica Felker in the corner now to Kendall Gentry. You have to be careful. You get it in the corner there. Hugoton likes to trap, and that can result in trouble. Now Felker drives right side into the front court. Ball deflected, but right into the hands of Kendall Gentry. She'll go left, out tight to Mackenzie Metzger. Skips it right side. Felker, she'll catch and shoot the three. Short rebound in the paint to Metzger. Big shot, yes! Metzger the first two, 18-15, 5:13 to go first half. A 4.5-minute field goal drought ended right there for Scott City. On the second chance opportunity, and the Lady Beavers back up 3. 5 minutes to go first half. Voss with it. She'll float one in the paint. Off to left. Rebound, last touch, they'll say, by Erica Felker over the top of Emily Tinoco. And Felker very fortunate she did not commit foul number 2 right there. It'll stay with Hugoton. It's back in to be Ella Beasley. She'll replace Julian Salazar. She might have got popped in the nose there, and she is bleeding from the nose there. Hamlin inbounded in. Will kick it into Samaya Adigan. Metzger almost commits her second foul there. Just one foul on Hugoton this half, 4 on Scott City. 4:50 to go first half. 18-15, Scott City lead at 3. Now Voss swings it left side to Tinoco, trying to break down the Scott City defense. Voss bounce pass right corner to Hamlin. She'll drive in, floats one up over Strine high off the glass. What a tough shot. She knocks it down. 18-17, 4:35 to go first half. Hamlin's 8th point of the night to lead Hugoton, and the Lady Beavers lead is back down to 1. Metzger pass up top to Gentry, now to Brooke Strine, just outside the arc, holds it. Now into Avery Lewis, cuts to the basket, layup left side, yes. Her first two, 20-17, 4:16 to go first half. And so far, Scott City's been able to answer every Hugoton basket in this quarter. Voss right side, Hamlin turns down the 3. She'll drive in, bounce pass to Adigan, who steps back for the tie. Short, rebound, tipped, and they're going to get a foul over the back on Ella Beasley, her first, team second, with 4:03 to go first half. Scott City's led by as many as 4 in this game. They have a 3-point lead at 20-17 near the midway mark of the second quarter. 2 fouls on Hugoton, 4 on Scott City. Championship game of the Sterling Invitational. Metzger with it out high, gets it to Kendall Gentry between the circles. Now the foul line to Strine, goes right side to Felker, turns down the 3, got Voss in the air, she'll take it to the rack, tough scoop shot, too strong, and the rebound to Mike and Hamlin. As Hugoton wants to bring it across, they'll race it across, Hamlin dribbles behind the back, steps back, Adigan turns down the 3, drives right side into the corner, here's a 3 for Tinoco for the tie, it's good. Emily Tinoco with 5 points in this quarter, and the freshman really starting to gain her confidence here in this second half of the season. We're tied for the 3rd time in this game with 3:25 to go first half at 20 apiece. Felker, she lost the dribble, and it's going to be a tie-up, and it's still going to be Hugoton ball in the possession arrow. As a loose dribble turns the ball over for the 7th time for Scott City. Hugoton still with just 1 turnover of the game, and now they have a chance to take their first lead of the second quarter. 20's on the scoreboard as we're just outside at 3 minutes to go first half. Voss with it, up top to Mike and Hamlin. She'll drive right side to Emily Tinoco. Back up top to Hamlin. Here's a 3 for the lead. That's bouncing off. Good position by Felker underneath, who grabs the board for Scott City. 20-20 here, 3 minutes to go first half in this girls' championship game. Kendall Gentry launches it, and it's thrown away, trying to get it to Felker in the corner, and a back-to-back Scott City turnovers. Here's a 3-2 break, and the layup is good, and 1 for Samaya Adigan, and Hugoton leads at 22-20 with 2:48 to go first half. That was just a heady play there by the experienced senior. Kendall Gentry's first, 5th Scott City foul of the half. She'll check out, Cheyenne Kramer in, and Hugoton back on top on Adigan's first basket of the night. She has 5, she's 3 of 4 at the line. Hugoton 5 of 6 there, and make it 5 of 7 as Strine with an easy rebound. Hugoton cleared the lane, and Strine grabs her 3rd board of the half, and so it remains a 2-point Hugoton lead, their first lead of the quarter, 2:40 to go first half. Up top to Mackenzie Metzger. Metzger with the dribble. Still dribbling as she'll drive in. Weave her way around to cutting Felker to the foul line. Ball wrapped around the corner. With it is Avery Lewis to Strine. Finds a cutting Kramer to the basket. Kicks it back out. Now Lewis with it with 2:20. Spin move and almost stolen away. We're going to get another tie-up. It'll be Scott City ball in the possession arrow. 2:19 to go first half. 22-20. Hugoton in the lead. They've scored the last 5 points of the game as Julian Salazar replaces Mike and Hamlin. As they look to increase her minutes here. She started playing, did Hamlin, Tuesday after Scott City against Hooker. Into Strine, left elbow jumper for the tie, clanks off, and the rebound into Gianna Voss. Strine just 1 point tonight after she had a double-double last time. Now Voss goes around Metzger. Oh, my. Yeah, that's a foul. A tough break there for Scott City. Voss back to line for 2. The foul on Mackenzie Metzger, her second. Team 6. Hugoton just 2 fouls this half with 2:08 to go first half. Almost kind of think that almost could have been a no call. But I'm not wearing stripes and I don't have a whistle. Free throw for Voss is perfect. 23-20 with 2:08 to go first half. Out is Metzger. And Stevens checks back in. Hugoton now on a 7-0 run. They have a 24-20 lead with 2:08 to go first half. Voss with a half a dozen, and Hugoton making a living at the line. They're 6 of 8 there in the first half. Make that 7-9. Here's the transition basket. Cheyenne Kramer, she has 4. The Lady Beavers in the Hugoton 7-0 run with a minute 54 to go first half. 24-22 your score. Adigan steps back, fires a straightaway 3 off the backer, and it hit the top of the thing. They let it play, and the rebound goes to Scott City. Boy, that would have been a tough break for Scott City if that would have dropped in. Minute 35 to go first half. I don't know if the officials saw it hit that. Now Stevens in his trying, gets good position out high to Felker. He show rainbow 3 on the way. No, rebound loose. Saved into play by Hugoton. And they will bring it in transition to Salazar. She'll drive left side. Almost walked with it now. Voss trailing left side for 3. Good. My, that was a nice shot. 27-22. A 10-2 run for Hugoton with a minute 12 to go first half. They matched their largest lead of the half at 5. They led 7-2 early on. Approach 2 minutes to go first half. Stevens with it. Now right baseline to Kramer. Skips it over left side. Avery Lewis reels it in. Now trying to get into stride. Catches it. Pivots left side. Yes, she has her first field goal. 27-24. 52 seconds to go first half. Strine with 3 for the 6'1 senior. Hugoton's really crowd her in this first half. Hugoton's going to slow it down with a 3-point lead on a 10-4 run. 38 seconds to go first half. Voss with the dribble out high. She'll go right on Lewis. Take it all the way. Now back out high to Tinoco. To my Adigan now. Salazar. 25 seconds to Tinoco. Goes left corner to Adigan. Head fake. She'll drive in. She'll take it in now right side to Beasley for 2. No. Rebound Brooke Strine. Her 4th rebound of the half. Scott City can pull a little closer right before the break. With 12 seconds to go into Cheyenne Kramer. Now left baseline to Avery Lewis with 8. With 7. With 6 seconds. Up top to Felker with 4. With 3. Trying to get it into Strine. It's loose. Picked up. Here's Gianna Voss with a half-court heave. It's got a chance. It's going to be wide left. And that's the end of your first half. Scott City trails by 3 at the break. Hugoton goes on a 14-8 second quarter run to lead it. 27-24 recess. Back in 3 minutes for your halftime show. This is Beaver Basketball.
The world needs more farmers. People who know the land. People who support rural communities. People who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
Chambliss Roofing has you covered since 1993. They are prepared for any job like maintenance and repair, an upgrade, or a new install. They provide the best customer service for residential and commercial roofing. Looking to upgrade to a metal roof? They can do that as well. If you have any existing damage or are looking for a roof that will last for years to come, don't wait to get a free consultation. Visit their website, chamblissroofing.com, by scanning the QR code on screen now.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, visit us online at scottcf.org.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
Points. They had 9 from Gianna Voss. She would lead the Lady Eagles. She was 4 of 4 at the foul line, hit 7 of their 9 free throws in the first half. Also 8 from Micah Hamlin, the first time facing Scott City this year. And also 5 for Samaya Adigan, and also 5 from Emily Tinoco. In the first half, Hugoton had 33% from the free throw, or from the field, that is. They were 33% from the free field, that is, at 8 of 24. They were 4 of 13 on threes, and 7 of 9 from the line. That's really what the big difference here in this first half. They've gotten to the line a lot. Scott City only had 1 trip to the line. They had 11 rebounds. 6 defensive, 5 offensive, 2 fouls, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, and 7 steals, and no block shots in the first half. For Scott City, they were led by Amy Felker. She had all 11 of her points in the first quarter, really went cold in that second quarter. And then 4 for Cheyenne Kramer, 3 for Brooke Strine. They held her just 1 field goal in that first half, and 2 each, let's see here, for Kendall Gentry, Mackenzie Metzger, and Avery Lewis in the first half for Scott City. And the Lady Beavers were 10 of 21 for 48% in the first half from the field, 3 of 5 on threes. So they shot the threes pretty well, but did not make one in that second quarter. They also had 15 rebounds, 10 defensive and 5 offensive. Felker was 6 of Scott City's 15 rebounds. Also, you had 6 fouls for the Lady Beavers. 7 assists, 8 turnovers, 2 steals. They didn't give them a block shot, but I know they had a couple. But nonetheless, Scott City down by 3 here at the break to a very good Hugoton team. Let's step aside for another 2-minute break. We'll come back with more of your halftime, that is. Scott City with a 3-point deficit to Hugoton at the break here in the Sterling Invitational Championship, 27-24. Back in 3 minutes. This is 2 minutes, 2-minute break. This is Beaver basketball.
To us, it's about so much more than just providing the technology. It's about enriching the communities we live in, because your community is our community. Where you live, where you work, where you play, we do too. Whatever you do, and wherever you are, our service supports you. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas.
Is your dog ungroomed and smelly? Then come on by the new and improved Wagon Wash, located at 501 Jackson Street in Scott City, Kansas. We added on a dog wash for your pet's hygienic needs. There are 6 different modes you can choose from: shampoo, oatmeal conditioner, rinse, odor control, flea and tick, and blow dry. Our facilities are regularly cleaned, and we have a vending machine full of treats for you and your pet. Follow us on Facebook at Wagon Wash Car Wash.
All right, we're back here inside the Gleason Center here at Sterling College. 27-24, your halftime score. The Lady Beavers trail by just 3 here at the break in a game that saw 3 ties and 3 lead changes, Scott City ended up, they said, with 8 turnovers in the first half, but they had a little foul trouble. Mackenzie Metzger had 2 fouls for Scott City. Actually, they only credited her with 1 foul. So let's see here. They did have 6 different players with at least 1 foul, so we'll get that changed here. Let's see. Stevens, Gentry, Strine. I'm doing this on the fly. Metzger, okay. Kramer, that's the one I missed, and Lewis. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Anyways, that's how that looks here in the first half. Okay. The boys' championship game should be a pretty exciting one, and I think it's going to be one of those that's going to be up and down and a frantic pace. Hugoton and Southeast of Saline. Southeast of Saline unbeaten, ranked number 1 in 3A. Hugoton only 2 losses. That came in the Hayes City Shootout in December. They started out 1-2, but they've been on a tear. They're now 9-2. They've won 8 in a row. Scott City will host Hugoton. It's tentatively scheduled for Tuesday night. And if that doesn't happen, the next game for Scott City on the calendar would be Friday the 27th in the league matchup with Cimarron. That'll count toward the GWAC standings. It's the second time through the circuit for Scott City for all the GWAC schools, exception of Ulysses, who will, of course, be the only time meeting between those 2 programs this year. Should be a fun second half here. A little bit of girls wrestling results up in Lexington right now. They've got 4 in the finals up there. Let's see. Ashlyn Pazernig at 135. You also have Audrey Swartz at 125 in the finals. John Asires at 155 and Michaela Miller at 235 in the finals. Right now, the Lady Beavers as a team, they are sitting in second, 10 points behind Beatrice. They're the only Kansas school. The boys will wrestle up there tomorrow up at the John Higgins Invitational. We're about ready for this second half. 27-24, it'll be Hugoton basketball. They'll have Emily Tinoco, Julian Salazar, Jenna Voss, Samaya Adigan, and Mike and Hamlin. They've gone with a 6-player rotation this first half. Scott City's mainly gone with a 7 rotation. Brindley Stevens, Kendall Gentry, Brooke Strine, Erica Felker, and Cheyenne Kramer. So a third quarter officially underway. Lady Beavers open up at a 2-3 zone. Right side to Hamlin now cutting right baseline, or lane line is Adigan. Nice cut. And here's Mike and Hamlin, mid-range jumper. Too strong in the backside board to Erica Felker, who grabs yet another rebound here tonight, her 7th. Scott City can inch a little closer here, down 3, opening stage of the second half. Felker wrap around right baseline to Kramer, trying to get it into Adigan, or Strine, and Adigan, I beg your pardon, knocks it out with 7:36 to go here in the third stanza. 27-24, Felker to trigger it in. Left corner to Kendall Gentry. She'll try a 3 for the tie. Yes! Kendall Gentry, her 5th point. We're tied for the 4th time at 27. 7:29 to go, third quarter. Lady Beavers with her 4th 3 of the night. Adigan with it, guarded by Strine. She'll drive right side, pivots up and under. Now has to kick it out to back to Adigan from Mike and Hamlin. Now Adigan drives in strong. Her layup crawls in. She has 7. Then Hugoton just like that back on top, 29-27. Opening minute of this third quarter here in the Sterling Championship game. On the girls' side, the 10th annual championship. Hugoton hasn't won this here in a couple of years. Now to Strine. Scott City trying to win this. They're trying to win their first midseason tournament since the Orange and Black back in 2020. Stevens left side. Here's Erica Felker, who's been scoreless since the first. Now working around right side to Gentry. Gentry back up top to Felker. And driving in left side, Strine bank shot. She has 5. Maybe that'll get her going as well. 29 all. 6:38 to go third quarter. Hugoton has won this couple of times here, or make that 3 times in 17, 20, and 21. As I mentioned, Scott City yet to win this tournament. Actually, I think Sterling won it in 21. Shot, no. Rebound loose. Lewis picked up by Stevens. Here comes Stevens, and then to Erica Felker. The Lady Beavers can take the lead back with 6:15 here in the third. Tied at 29. Felker to Strine, top of the key, left side. Now back up top to Felker into Strine. Has great position. Trey takes it down Main Street. Her shot curls up, but got her own rebound off the glass. No, and then the hands of Adigan. 2 good looks that time, and misfired by Strine, but had good effort. Here's Hugoton ball tied at 29, just outside of 2 minutes into the second half. Left side, Voss turns down the 3, quickly guarded by Gentry. Now to Hamlin. Goes right side to Adigan from Hamlin. Back up top to Mikan. Back up top to Gianna Voss as they kind of play a 3-man weave out high. Now back to Tinoco. Flashing to the mid-post left is going to be Adigan. The shot is well short as it goes out of bounds, and Scott City will have it back again. Ella Beasley in. She will replace Samaya Adigan here with 5:33 to go third quarter. 29-29 your score. It was a 45-42 Scott City win at Hugoton just 14 days ago. Strine will hold it. Now she'll drive in left side, loses the dribble, and then she gets it stolen away, and then she commits the foul. The double whammy there slings Beasley to the turf. My goodness, this is basketball, to the ground. Strine's second. First foul of the half on the Lady Beavers. So 2 missed opportunities for Scott City to retake the lead, but they can maybe do it here on defense. 29 apiece, 5:15 to go, third period. Voss up top, left side with it now. Salazar now right side to Mike and Hamlin. Hamlin holds it back to Salazar in between the rings, right side to Hamlin. Good job by Scott City rotating on defense. Voss back up top to Salazar, back to Voss. Back to Salazar. They'll just play with it up top here, back to Voss. Scott City doing a good job rotating on defense, and back to Voss, quickly guarded by Stevens. You knew Voss was thinking about launching that 3. Now right side out high. Salazar back to Voss, left side. Back up top to Salazar. 4:30 to go third quarter. Voss with it. Back up top to Salazar. I'm not rewinding this. Now Mike and Hamlin will drive in. Back up top to Salazar to Voss. Into Hamlin inside the paint. Floats one over Strine. In and out. Rebound Cheyenne Kramer. They ran off probably about a good minute on that possession and missed it. Scott City with a third opportunity to take the lead for the first time this half. Strine with it just outside the foul line. Stevens now dumps it into Kramer. Right side for the lead. Yes, she has 6. She has really had a great tournament. 31-29. Lady Beavers retake the lead. 4 minutes to go this third stanza. Scott City back up by 2. Hugoton with the ball back. Now Salazar drives in. Here's Tinoco with it. Right side to Salazar from Hamlin. Now pulling up at the elbow right was Julian Salazar. Now cutting right side is Voss. Layup high off the glass. No. Strine altered that shot as he collects the rebound. Scott City with a 2-point lead in the ball here with 3.5 to go third quarter at 31-29. Hugoton's only had 1 point in this third quarter. Scott City has had 2 points, into Strine, and she is pushed by Ella Beasley. That's her second. Hugoton's first foul of the second half. Let's go ahead and pause for the station identification. This is Scott City basketball.
Mix 94.5 KSKL, Scott City.
She is 58% coming into the weekend at the line. Free throw good. Scott City on a 5-0 run. They lead 32-29 with 3:23 here in this third stanza. Second free throw for Lewis is perfect, and Scott City with a 4-point lead. They've led by as many as 4, I believe it has been, 15-11. So they match their largest lead all of a sudden on a 6-0 run, on a 9-2 run in this third quarter. But a 3 for Mike and Hamlin gives her 11 and pulls Hugoton to within 1. Her third 3 of the night. She has 11, 33-32 as we approach 3 minutes to go third quarter. That also breaks a 4-minute drought for the Lady Eagles. Kendall Gentry with it up top, drives right side. She bounces it over to Erica Felker, drives in, loses it, picks it back up now to Mackenzie Metzger. Scott City resets. Out high, Metzger with the dribble, man-to-man defense by Tinoco. Now to Avery Lewis, rips it away right side to Kendall Gentry. Now dumps it into Strine toward mid-post right, goes to her left over Adigan. That one's partially blocked, saved into play. I guess they say Adigan did not touch it, and it'll belong to the Lady Eagles, who look to retake the lead back here with 2:37 to go third quarter at 33-32. So it was not touched, and now Hugoton with the ball as they walk it across with Gianna Voss. Back in is Samaya Adigan to mention, and now right side up top to Mike and Hamlin. Hamlin will drive left side around Gentry and draws the foul on Gentry, her second. That was pretty good defense, just a tough foul and the right call. Team foul number 2 on Scott City in this half with 2:21 here in the third. Just got a little bit too much body that time. Hamlin did a good job of drawing the foul, leaning in. And now Hamlin right corner to Salazar, 2:20. Back up top to Samaya Adigan, head fake. She'll drive in. Stops, right corner to Salazar. One Lady Beaver fell down, and now here's Voss driving in. Kicking left corner to Hamlin for 3. Good. Back-to-back threes for Hamlin puts Hugoton back up top, 35-33 as we go to 2-minute mark of the third quarter. So she has 2 threes and now a team-high 14. Gentry with it up top. Scott City playing with a 2-point deficit here. Strine out high. Now right side to Mackenzie Metzger. Cheyenne Kramer to check in next dead ball. Here's Strine trying to drive in, loses the handle of it, and the turnover. Scott City's 10th of the night. Lead pass down the floor. Here's Mike and Hamlin. Layup, good. She has the last 8 and an 8-0 run, 37-33. Timeout, Scott City. That's a 30-second timeout with 1:37 to go here in the third. We'll keep it right here. It's just like that. Hugoton with a big run. They're up 4, 37-33. Basketball presented by First National Bank, Fairleigh Companies, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Hugh and Berta Benz, DeKalb Bears, Shells, Flyers, and more. Brookover Cattle Company, Bruning Farms, Beef Belt, Beavertown FFL, Bartley Grain, B&H Paving, and American Implement. As I mentioned, Scott City trying to win this tournament for the first time in the 10-year history. Hugoton's only won this twice. Sterling has won this quite a few times. They won it in 21 and 22, 19, 18, 16, 14. Lions won it in 2015. Only 3 teams have won it. Lady Beavers would be the 4th team to win this one. So far, Erica Felker has been quiet since the first quarter. She had 11 points, has not scored since then. But she has had 27 and 26. She has 64 points for the tournament in 3 games. That puts her the 3rd most in tournament history in a single tournament. She's only 7 off the tournament record. With it is Cheyenne Kramer, the minute 28 to go third quarter. Hugoton on an 8-0 run, all by Mike and Hamlin. Here's Strine, nice cut, layup, good. Strine with 4 in the period. She has 7 for the game, 38-7-35, and a big answer back for Scott City with 1:17 to go in this third period. Now Adigan with it, crosses over dribble, drives in, bounce pass. Here's Hamlin driving left side. Pulls up, back up top to Adigan, turns down the 3. She'll drive in on Strine, use up her dribble, nice backdoor cut. It's Hamlin, pivots, back to Adigan, fires up a 3. It's going to be short. Rebound tracked down by Metzger for Scott City. Final minute here this third quarter. Lady Beavers down 2, 37-35. Metzger in the front court. Now to Kramer, back to Metzger. Holds it. Off a screen, up top to Felker. She'll drive in and stripped and stolen away, and another Scott City turnover. The 11th, then a foul. A push they'll call on Scott City. Interesting call there. That's on Metzger, her third, excuse me. I was right. 3rd team foul of the half with 44 seconds to go third quarter. Brindley Stevens checks in. And out is Metzger. So Scott City back with 4 of their starting 5. Avery Lewis, a lone non-starter. in there. 38 seconds. Hugoton with the ball up to 37-35. Hamlin goes to her left. Now pivots as she uses upper dribble. Goes left side to Salazar. Back up top to Voss. Flashing to the foul line is Adigan. Bounce pass right side to Hamlin. She has 8 in a row for Hugoton. Back up top to Voss as she'll drive in strong. Her runner over Strine. Banked in high up the glass. She has 11. 39-35 with 18 seconds to go third quarter. Scott City has a chance to cut the deficit here. Maybe the final shot of the third quarter, down 4. Felker with it, dribbles behind the back, goes to her left, and now almost a double dribble is Stevens with it, and now gets it to Lewis with 2 seconds. 1 second, she'll launch a 3, off to the right. And it's 3 in the books here. 39-35, Hugoton leading Scott City by 4. Back in a minute for the fourth quarter. This is Scott City basketball.
Life is all about your vision.
At Turner Sheet Metal, our main goal is to enhance the comfort of your home while making sure that our customers are 100% satisfied. Need your furnace checked for the winter? Call us. Need your air conditioner cleaned for the summer? Our NATE certified technicians are the guys for the job. Turner Sheet Metal, your Bryant authorized dealer in Scott City, can also help you save up to 40% on your heating and cooling costs with a Bryant Evolution system. Call for a free estimate and let us help keep your family comfortable and safe. Turner Sheet Metal, South Highway 83 in Scott City.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
It'll be Scott City's ball to begin the fourth quarter. Lady Beavers down 39-35. Hugoton went on a 12-11 run in that third quarter, and they led by 3 at the break. They now lead by 4. Scott City had a lead of 4, and now Felker with it. She is, they're going to call a tie-up on that. And the possession arrow favors Hugoton, and a tough break for Scott City to begin the fourth quarter. Erica Felker has 11 points. She has not scored since the first quarter. Hugoton led by Mike and Hamlin, 16-11 for Gianna Voss and 7 for Maya Adigan. Cheyenne Kramer has 6 points. She has really had a good tournament all around. 7:35 left in this one. Hugoton with the ball up 4, 39-35. They scored the last points of the third quarter. And the left corner, it goes to Adigan, skips it up top to Salazar. Back to Gianna Voss, 7:20 to go. Hugoton being patient with the ball. They do this, I think, just my guess, to rest some of their starters who play pretty much the entire time out there. Kind of play the stall game. 7:10 to go. As I mentioned, this is Scott City's first championship game appearance since 2020 in the orange and black when they rallied to beat Colby in overtime. Can they beat another Eagles team in overtime in a championship game in a tournament? Voss with it. Back up top to Salazar with 6:55 left. Goes right side with the pass. That's Tinoco. Now back up top to Salazar. Left he goes to Voss. Back to Tinoco. Bounce pass as they run a 4. Nice cut. Here's Adigan. Goes to her left, and the layup is good. Adigan with 9. 41-35 with 6:39 to go. That is Hugoton's largest lead of the night at 6. 90 seconds into this fourth quarter. Felker with it goes right of the pass to Kendall Gentry. Gentry bounces it into Strine. Faces up, shoots it over Adigan off to the right, and Hamlin will end up with a rebound for Hugoton, and here they come down the court, up by 6. Early fourth quarter with 6:20 to go, and Hugoton is just going to continue to burn clock here. Up by 6 here. Only 2 fouls for Hugoton in the second half. Scott City's been whistled for 3. Well, Scott City maybe switch to a man-to-man. Now to Hamlin. She'll drive in. She'll take it all the way. Her layup is good. 43-35. Hugoton with a 6-0 run and a 30-second timeout taken by the Eagles with 5:56 to go. And now it's a full. We'll come back in 1 minute. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Don't feel bad if you're not a...
Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Faroe Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
43-35, Hugoton is on a big run. They're on a 14-2 run over the last 4 minutes of this game as we're down to 5:56 to go back here inside the Gleason Center at Sterling College. As Scott City has seen Hugoton score the last 6 points of the game. They're now down 8 here. Kendall Gentry with 5:46 to go, trying to get into stride, but Hugoton with very tough defense. The Lady Eagles have only turned the ball over twice tonight. Scott City now with 13. They've kept it below their average, and then they dump it behind to Hamlin. She has 20. 45-35. Hugoton starting to pull away with 5.5 to go here, and Scott City without a bucket here over the last 4 minutes as Hugoton's on an 8-0 run and a 16-2 run in this ball game. After Scott City had a 33-29 lead with about 3.5 to go third quarter. Here's Felker. She'll drive right side, baseline to Kendall Gentry. Her reverse layup is blocked, and Adigan with the rebound, and Scott City does not get a foul. Lead pass down the floor to Adigan now from Gianna Voss. 5 minutes to go. Voss open for three. Short rebound to Brooke Strine for Scott City. Lady Beavers still have not scored here in this fourth quarter, as that was a heat check that time from Voss and for Hugoton. 4:50 to go. Lady Beavers down 8. They need some points right now in this possession. Tight defense out high. Bounce pass, and there's a push. Going to be called on Jillian Salazar, her first. Third foul on Hugoton this half as Cheyenne Kramer set to check in for Scott City. Kramer checks in. She'll replace Kendall Gentry here with 4:43 remaining in this one. 45-35, Hugoton up by 10. Scott City with the ball here in this girls' championship game. Lewis up top to Mackenzie Metzger. Scott City, they don't want to be too quick with the shots, but she forced a good shot or a bad shot, but Kramer had a deep two, couldn't get it to go, and the shooting woes continue for Scott City, as with it is Samaya Adigan. What I was trying to say is you don't want to rush your shot or take a bad shot. That was a good shot, but they need to have a little sense of urgency down 10 here, but Hugoton is just going to take some air out of the ball with 4:15 left. They're leading at 45-35. Scott City has not scored for the last 5.5 minutes here in this one. Adigan in the paint. Left corner to Mike and Hamlin, gets a screen, dribbles behind the back, drives in, loses it, and just the third Hugoton turnover of the night. Scott City needs to points off turnovers. Felker with the ball, and down the floor to Avery Lewis. Loses it, but picks it back up, back to Metzger with 3:53 to go. Now Metzger will put it on the floor. She'll drive in up top to Erica Felker. Let's see what she can do. She'll take it strong. She will draw the foul on Samaya Adigan. That'll be Adigan's second foul, the team's fourth of the half, and Felker to the line for the first time since her 20 free throw performance on Monday. 2 free throws for Erica Felker. She's 83% at the line this year. Scott City tonight is just 1 of 2 and make it 3 of 4 or 2 of 3. 45-36. 3:46 to go. Beasley in to replace Mike and Hamlin. So Felker with 12. 45-36. Make it 45-37. And a timeout on the floor. It's a full taken by Coach Amy Felker in Scott City. 3:46 left in this one. Hugoton 45, Scott City 37. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
Fairly Feed Your
Scott City wrapping up the run here in the Sterling tournament. Hugoton up by 8, 45-37. By the way, Amy Felker with 66 points in this tournament through 3 games. She's third all-time in this tournament. She needs just 5 to tie the tournament record that was set in 2015 in a tournament by Erica Montgomery at Southeast Saloon, who had 71 points in that tournament. 3:35 left, right side to Jillian Salazar. Salazar with it. Back up top to Samaya Adigan. Adigan holds it. Now left side to Gianna Voss. You know, Hugoton's going to milk this clock here with 3:20 to go with an 8-point lead. Scott City's first points of that fourth quarter came at the line from Felker a moment ago for her 13th point of the night. Up top, Salazar. Back up top to Ella Beasley. Goes right side to Gianna Voss. Voss gets a screen, goes left, 3:08 to go. When does Scott City start thinking about fouling here? Tinoco back up top to Beasley. Right side to Salazar. You have 2 fouls on Gentry, 2 on Strine, 1 on Stevens. Lewis and Kramer, 1 Metzger with 3. Now driving in is Voss. She'll lay it up and score it and 1. Well, that's not how you wanted to foul, and that's the 4th of Mackenzie Metzger with 2:52 left. And Voss with 13 ticks in the lead back to 10. 2:52 to go as Kramer's out. Metzger with her 4th foul. Beasley out. Hamlin is in. Voss with a nice night of 13 points for the 5'9" senior headed to Florida Southern Division II school. The southpaw too strong in the free throw, and Strine collects the board. 47-37, 2:48 to go. Felker to bring it across. Left to right as a seed here at the Gleason Center in Sterling. Felker still with the dribble out high left. Goes to Mackenzie Metzger in there with the 4 fouls. Holds it, pivots, puts it on the floor once, and now to Strine. Goes to her left. Tough shot. No, but she draws the foul, and she'll have 2 free throws. With 2:36 to go, and Samaya Adigan picks up foul number 3, and the team's 5th of the second half. And Scott City can score without any points running off the clock. Scott City's points in this fourth quarter have all come from the line. They have not had a field goal here in the last 7 minutes, and that one rattles in and out. She's really had a tough tournament at the line this week. By the way, you see some blue from Scott City, and they did a little team bonding and dyed their hair blue. Strine misses them both, and Voss with the board. A little team bonding this week. They had their shoot-around in here today. Final 2.5 of this one. 10-point Hugoton lead with the ball, 47-37. These two are scheduled to play Tuesday night. Now Adigan's going to keep it in play, and that's going to be a timeout, a 30-second timeout. Hugoton saves the possession there with 2:20 to go, and it looked like the ball landed right on the official's foot. Well, the official is part of the game, and he was in bounds, of course, and the ball just not bouncing Scott City's way there. 2:20 to go. Now does Scott City start fouling here yet once again? That's the only thing. They're down 10, but Hugoton's just going to milk the clock here. Scott City, all 2 of their points in the fourth quarter from the line. Hugoton on an 8-2 run in this final 8 minutes. And they're on an 18-4 run since Scott City had a 33-29 lead with about 3:23 to go third quarter. We've really had fun at this tournament this week. It's been a fun tournament. They've treated everybody pretty well here. Scott City, I know, enjoys coming to this tournament. They seed it well. And I think the Beavers will be back here next year to Sterling. Out of the 30-second Eagle timeout, they're down to 2 left. Hamlin inbounds it into Gianna Voss. And then back to Hamlin, who'll drive left side. Cut off, now looking, bounce pass. Here's Adigan knifing away, but loses the dribble, but somehow keeps it. 2:10 to go. Hugoton's not going to attempt a shot. You can almost guarantee that. Driving in is Voss right side. Salazar back up top to Mike and Hamlin. 1:55 to go, 47-37. Backdoor cut. Here's bounce pass and now to Tinoco. Tinoco is going to be tied up by Strine. Good defense there, and it's still going to be Hugoton ball. As back in, it will be Brinley Stevens. Cheyenne Kramer is back in as Amy Felker sends her to check in. Out will be Kendall Gentry and Mackenzie Metzger. With 1:48 to go in this one, 10-point Hugoton lead with the ball 47-37 as they've pretty much in this fourth quarter put this game on ice. Underneath the Salazar, blocked by Kramer, and the rebound it goes to Felker. Felker will take it across. Scott City can't waste any time here with a minute 40 to go. Felker gets a screen, goes right, needs help. Trying to get it, somehow gets it to Lewis. Into Strine, and a low pass, and that's going to be a turnover. 1:33 to go, and costly turnover for Scott City. As Amy Felker will burn a full timeout. We'll take it as well with 93 seconds to go. Scott City down 10, 47-37. Back in a minute. This is Lady Beaver basketball.
Fairleigh Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
White's Food Liner is located at 1314 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the App Play Store under White's Food Liner. Don't forget to visit today.
There's nothing.
(47-37), 93 seconds to go in this one. Hugoton inbound it in. It's too high for Adigan, but she's able to track it down as she takes it in the front court. 1:30 to go in this girls' championship game. Hugoton on the verge of winning their first championship in 3 years. Samaya Adigan with it up top. 1:20 to go in this one. She'll drive right side and draws a foul on Avery Lewis. Scott City's 15th foul, and that'll be Lewis's second foul. Correction, just her first. 1:18 left, 47-37. Scott City has not had a field goal since the 1:29 mark of the third quarter. I believe that last field goal belonged to Strine, almost thrown away. Salazar, now fouled by Gentry. That'll be her third, and it is with 1:13 to go. She only has 2 fouls to give, and that's team foul number 6. So the next foul will put Hugoton at the line for a 1-and-1, and Hamlin to inbound it. And you know their options are going to be Voss or Adigan. And now they need to foul here, and they do foul. Felker fouls for just the second time. We'll send Micah and Hamlin to the line for the first time tonight. 68 fourth quarter seconds remain. Now it'll be Stevens and his Metzger. 1-and-1 for Hamlin, who has 20 points, her season high. She averaged 18 a year ago. The future Wyoming Cowgirl at the line for a 1-and-1, and she'll bury it. She'll get the bonus. 48-37, 1:08 left in this one. These two teams are playing less than 96 hours from now on Tuesday in Scott City. Weather permitting, 49-37. The free throw is also perfect. And Scott City trying to inbound it. He's going to apply some pressure in the backcourt. Strine back. It goes. Here's Mackenzie Metzger. Final minute of this one. Metzger with the dribble. Holds it. Now needs help. Finds Kendall Gentry. Dumps it into Strine. Catches it back to Felker. She'll fire a 3 straight away. Wide right and out of bounds. It'll go to Hugoton. Scott City with 50.9 to go, down 12. Has not had a field goal since the 1:29 mark of the third quarter when they trailed 37-35 at that moment. It's a 12-2 run and also a 20-4 run in this game for Hugoton. 44 seconds to go in this one. Voss is fouled out high. She'll have a 1-and-1. She has 13 points tonight with 42.6 to go. Kendall Gentry picks up foul number 4. The tank is emptied a little bit for Scott City. Voss hits the free throw. 50-37, 42.6 to go. So it's been about a 9-minute field goal drought for Scott City. This game has been played much closer than what the score will indicate here. Kendall Gentry is out. Brentley Stevens back in. 42.6 to go in this one. Good effort tonight for Scott City. 51-37, and the senior hits another one. Her 15th point of the night. And Scott City with the ball, 40 seconds to go. Here's Erica Felker into the front court, gets a screen, drives right side, drives right baseline, steps back into stride, catches it, drives her left pull-up jumper. God, man, Scott City cannot buy a field goal. And a rebound to Hamlin, and that'll about do it here. Timeout for subs here for Coach Emmanuel Adigan. He's going to clear the bench with 24.1 to go in this one. Ella Beasley will check in. Also, Janae Armendariz, the 5'7 sophomore. Also, Ella Green, a 5'11 senior. And for Hugoton with 24.1 to go. 51-37, Hugoton. This was just a 4-point game going into the fourth quarter, a 12-2 fourth quarter run, and Scott City may end the final 9 minutes and 29 seconds of this game without a field goal. Into Ella Beasley. Also in there, Danielle Alfaro, a 5'5 freshman. She played in the first meeting. They needed somebody after Abigail Slocum hurt her knee in that Scott City game, and that's going to be a moving screen out high with 12.8 to go on Emily Tinoco, her second, team 6. Just the fourth Hugoton turnover tonight. That's right. Abigail Slocum, who's the third leading scorer in that game for Hugoton, her knee ended up being a season-ending injury. It's 10 seconds to go. Metzger with it up top. Goes to Avery Lewis, back to Metzger, and now up top to Felker. 4-3, short. Rebound Lewis, and is fouled with 9/10 of a second, and she can hit 2 more free throws possibly here. So Felker is going to end up with 66 points in the tournament. That'll be good for the third most in a single tournament. Fouling Alfaro her first. Avery Lewis short on the free throw. Scott City now 2 of 4. Make that 2 of 5 in this fourth quarter at the line. Second free throw is up as the Hugoton crowd cheering their team on. That one bounces off. Rebound, and that'll be it. 51-37, Hugoton evens the score up with Scott City this year. The rubber match scheduled for Tuesday night, and Hugoton Eagles are the 2023 Sterling Invitational Tournament champions. Scott City, a great run this weekend. They'll be at 6-6, Hugoton at 7-5. Post-game show to begin after this. Timeout. We'll come back in about 3 minutes. This is Beaver basketball.
The new farming landscape is complex.